comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I just got back from a fucking buffet at a 5-star hotel, and I'm telling you right now, Boyle used to be the king of the buffet, and now I'm just your normal run-of-the-mill fucking buffet goer. I still go hard, I have to admit. It's still impressive what I can jam down my fucking throat, but the dessert bar's out of bounds. And once you take the dessert bar out of the buffet, it's really just a shitty meal. Nothing at a buffet is done exceptionally well. Everything is done okay, and you're going there for variety and the desserts. The desserts is the main thing. And the seafood, like the smoked salmon and shit like that. But I'm off the seafood as well. Fucking Seaspiracy. Do not watch it if you enjoy prawns. For some reason, people are always trying to convince me to eat seafood again. I don't know why. I love seafood. I enjoy it. It was hard to give up, but that Seaspiracy fucking hit me too hard. And people are also like, yeah, Seaspiracy was full of shit, man. I know some guy who knows the real stats behind it, and it's all sweet. We can keep eating seafood. And I'm like, yeah, all right. Even if Seaspiracy was like fucking 75% full of shit, all I need to do is go down to the local fucking supermarket and look at the fucking tuna and salmon aisle and the 450,000 fucking cans of tuna and salmon and sardines and fucking mackerel and all that sort of shit in that one supermarket in Australia, in Melbourne, wherever. And then all I need to do is times that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 million. How many supermarkets in the world? Who knows? Haven't you ever stood in the aisle of a supermarket, whether it's the tuna and salmon section or the fucking meat, the minced meat section, and just thought to yourself, well, this is one supermarket. There's about 25 other supermarkets within a 10-kilometer radius of this supermarket. How many supermarkets in the world and how many fucking tuna heads is that? And if there's so many fucking fish in the sea, why is canned salmon so fucking expensive now? Is it because we're running out of salmon, or is it because canned salmon's become a fucking delicacy? Which one is it? And also, I watched that Jiro Dreams of fucking Sushi ages ago, and he's like 20, 30 years ago, when he would go down to the fucking tuna markets, there'd be tuna fucking everywhere, high quality tuna. And he goes down there now, and all there is a couple of goldfish and a fucking tadpole. That's it. That's what he's making sushi out of now. So I don't want to hear your auntie was shagging fucking John West's grandson or something and Seaspiracy was full of shit. It's not that hard to work out that if we continue eating fish and shit out of the sea, that eventually we're going to run out. But boy, it's hard walking past the seafood at the fucking buffet. But compared to the desserts, it's nothing. That's what made me the beast of the buffet. I would eat until I cannot possibly eat any more, and then I'd start desserts. Because I knew I could always make room for dessert. There was no worry about that. Cake, fucking ice cream. Ice cream melts around everything else in your stomach. It's fucking easy. Just cram it in there. Now, instead of fucking dessert, I had a bowl of fruit salad. Who gives a fuck about fruit salad at a buffet? I was at a 5-star fucking hotel, the Marriott. We got given a free dinner by one of the aunties and uncles. So we went there, and I'm not impressed by 5-star luxury. It fucking bores the shit out of me. I don't give a fuck about 5-star luxury rooms, hotels, resorts, any of this bullshit, restaurants. It's all a big fucking wank. Actually, the food, if you go into a proper fucking 5-star Michelin restaurant, then, or is it 4-star? I don't know. I've never been to one. But yeah, the food better fucking be good if you go to one of them though. I've eaten in plenty of expensive restaurants and I've never been blown away. I've never been like, wow, that $500 meal was worth it. Actually, I did once. My girlfriend's dad, when I was in high school, bought me an $80 steak. This is back in like 2001. He bought me an $80 steak. He definitely wouldn't have if he knew what I was doing to his daughter. But he bought me a fucking $80 steak. And I was like, what the fuck is this fucking psycho thinking? An $80 steak? I could buy like 3 boxes of beer for this. This is insanity. And then the steak came and they didn't even give me a steak knife. They gave me like a butter knife. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And I cut through this steak with a butter knife, and I swear to God, I took one bite and I had an erection for the rest of the meal. But aside from that, I don't remember many expensive meals being that much better than like your average like $50, $60 meal. I was thinking about it the other day. I only have one indulgence left, and that's food. And I only really eat once a day now. Occasionally I'm a little bit hungry and I eat twice a day, but that's maybe once a week. Usually I just eat once a day. So that's my last indulgence. If I want to celebrate or fucking do something or a special occasion, it's a meal. So like my version of being a millionaire is going to be a lot less than other people's, because I don't want a big house either. I don't give a shit about a big house. I don't give a fuck about cars either. So really the only thing I have is food and maybe some traveling. So if I was to like eat my one meal a day, like top end, let's say I spend $500 a day on my one meal. I don't know how I would do that. Let's say I spend $200 a day on my one meal. I go to the best restaurant every single day, which I'd never do anyway. So I spend $200 a day on my one meal. That's $1,400 a week. And then let's say I get a place that costs like $500 a day, which I would never do. So that's $3,500 plus $1,400. That is $5,200. I need to earn $5,200 a week to be like my version of a millionaire. And I just realized I forgot I have a family. I have 2 kids and a wife as well. So they will probably cost a little bit of money too. I forgot about education and shit like that. I forgot that I'm not just catering to my own needs. I just need to keep convincing my wife that love is more important than money and poverty is noble. Anyway, that will do for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, keep sharing it around with your friends, and I'll see you the fuck later.